guys, welcome back to Say Mocho Homestead. We have done our morning chores and we're getting in with a super fun project this weekend.
You're finally getting it.
I'm finally getting it.
The second start of it.
The second start, part 2.
Yes.
So we are going to be working on the greenhouse today. I'm super excited. I've been really waiting for this for a while, but in the summer you can't really use a greenhouse, so it's perfect timing to continue building it. So if you are new to our channel, welcome. I'm Cass, this is Jeremy, and we just welcome you to our small homestead. If you've journeyed with us, thank you for hanging out with us again and for being with us during this journey. If you haven't already, we would love for you to join our YouTube family. That just means subscribing and following us on this little journey of ours. So if you like this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let us know.
So I am going to time lapse the process today and just kind of talk through it, talk what we're doing. It's not so much a how-to, but just sort of bringing you guys along.
Yeah.
Because I'm still trying to figure out all the small nuanced details of how we're going to put this thing together. So, yeah. But it's also super humid. This is the hottest day of the week.
Hot.
And so I apologize.
I'm already sweating.
But hey, we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
The big goal for today is to get everything cut, measured, and assembled so that we can kind of get the frame put together. If we can get that done, I will be happy. But as we were unloading wood, I realized that they sent us a bad piece of wood, so I've got to go get that.
They ended up loading a cut piece, and we didn't order a cut piece, so we need it to be the size we need it to be, not pre-cut. So he has to go exchange that. So while he's doing that, I thought I'd weed this front bed a little bit. I am really excited. Since we've been on this journey, I've really wanted a greenhouse. I don't think it's necessary to have a greenhouse. We did have that little pop-up greenhouse, which was perfect for seed starting. But the reason why I want this larger window greenhouse is actually more for experimentation. I would love to have access to summer squash all year round. We're gonna put a raised bed in the greenhouse. There are also some peppers that I've had seeds for that just do not grow well in our climate. They need that warm tropical climate all year round. But they're really, really tiny, spicy pepper. I would like to try to grow tomatoes year round in the greenhouse just to have them for supplementing. I want to be able to have access to other things as well. So I just want to be able to have variety in my kitchen. Our main focus will be eating seasonally and eating straight out of the garden, but it'd be nice to have access to our own tomatoes. A greenhouse tomato does not have the flavor, is not my favorite, but it would be fun just to try to experiment with it. The other thing I really, of course, want the greenhouse for is seed starting. And part of my excitement with that is that there will be enough space in there for Sayla and I to seed start together and for her to start her flowers in the greenhouse with me. So ideally, we'll have a workspace that's large enough and enough shelving so that she can start her flowers for her flower garden when I start my seeds. I'm really excited about the bonding time that we will have. She's really excited about having access to the greenhouse. We are keeping the little pop-up greenhouse. I have different plans for that. We probably will not use it as a greenhouse. I'm thinking we will use it as a place to harden off vegetables that we grow. I'm very fascinated in Thomas Jefferson. If you've followed us, you might have heard me say this before, but in his mindset of being like a student of the garden and wanting to test ideas of how things should be grown and when they should be grown and where they should be grown. I had that mindset before I even really discovered that that's the type of gardener he was. So I feel like the window greenhouse will just give me more freedom with that.
All right, finally, lunchtime. A break from the heat. And what better than a tomato sandwich? I would just like to make it clear that if you can see the jar of mayonnaise, I do not agree with the choice, but my California family was brainwashed into thinking that Hellman's was much better than Duke's. So I have to take what I get. All right guys, so got done with lunch, back out here in this horrible, horrible heat. So we did get everything cut this morning that needed to be cut just to get everything kind of up and started. We've got a couple more cuts to make today, but yeah, we're gonna get back at it. It is like heat index of 100 right now and only gonna get hotter. So we're gonna try to knock this out as fast as we can so that we can get out of this heat. We got the corner post put up and got them braced. We are going to work on getting them kind of secured with the top bracing, the bottom bracing, and see if we can get more done than that today. But if we can get that done, I will be happy. What this does is it establishes the overall openings that then we can start to fit those windows into. So I did do a drawing, so I do know that these dimensions should work, but just want to make sure because sometimes paper does not convert perfectly to reality. I am leaving myself a few extra inches on each of these things so that we can ensure that all the windows will fit. We can fill those gaps with wood if we need to. All right, we took a break, got a little hot, going back out. Gonna try to get the top bracing up, and I think that we're gonna call it quits for the day after that. We'll see. But I'm happy. I can't wait to show you guys like really how much we got done and how it's taking shape. It is way bigger than I thought as far as height goes. But you know, I tend to do that sometimes. I'm really happy with what we got done. It's massive.
I'm so excited. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love that it's massive.
Oh my gosh. What makes it even more dramatic is this is actually probably the highest piece of land, like just in the immediate front part of our front yard and garden area. So when you're in the driveway or down at the house, you're like looking up at this thing.
It looks huge. I love it.
So that's it for the day.
Yes.
We're calling it quits. It's 6:30. We need a break.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish up tomorrow. We're doing like a 2-foot wall along the bottom, around the bottom of it, and then all the windows will start after that. And so it definitely needs a little more stability. That's gonna add it before we start putting those windows and stuff in. But I'm hoping tomorrow we can get that that wall built in, at least enough to make this a little sturdier than what it is now. I mean, it's not gonna fall over, but it's still wobbly just because there's only so much stuff kind of holding it and everything together right now. But I'm excited.
Me
so
too.
We'll start back tomorrow with you guys. All right, next day, we're back from church, which means we're in the afternoon, but that's okay. We're gonna get set up and try to knock out this lower wall, at least on one side. I think I've kind of changed plans from what I was thinking yesterday. I was hoping to kind of wall in the whole thing, but now I'm thinking let's try to get the wall in and then possibly get our main window in and frame it in, because that really needs to get off the ground. It's been over there for a while. It's this one back here, the big French style window. So we'll see. We'll see how today goes, because it is hotter today than it was yesterday. But hey, first things first, gotta get some sunscreen on.
This wall that we are building today is the main support wall for our window that is kind of our feature window for the greenhouse. It has a little story to it. We'll share that later, but it happens to be my favorite window going in the greenhouse.
All right, so we got all the work that's going to get done this weekend done, because
It's hot.
I'm done. But we had pretty good progress.
Yeah.
Got the frame up, got the wall in. This is
Yeah.
actually adding a lot more like sturdiness to the whole thing, so that's good.
You did a good
That,
job.
that made me feel a little bit better. I was a little bit concerned, not gonna lie. But
I was
thank you,
worried
thank
about the winds last night, if any came through.
you.
You know?
Oh, psh, there's nothing to catch wind right now.
It's true.
But yeah, so highs and lows.
Highs and lows. So my low was definitely Thursday, dropping my kids off at school for the first time ever. So we have a freshman in high school, an 8th grader, and a 1st grader, and we've homeschooled the entire time. So this was our first drop-off experience, and one of them happens to be starting high school. So that was hard. My high was probably also this, the greenhouse. Like,
Yeah,
why would
I
that
mean,
not be
not
my
be
high?
right.
This project that we're working on, and just seeing it kind of come together, for sure.
Yeah. So I think we're probably both on the same page this week. My low is kind of a high and low. Like, it's exciting that they're starting school and kind of a new phase of life with all of that. But yeah, it was hard. I went with them on the first day to drop them off, and it was kind of harder than I anticipated.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing, like, the girls were nervously excited. So it was fun to watch them go. But then Joe was just like anxiously nervous.
Yeah, he had a hard time.
So that was hard. It's kind of, you're watching your heart walk into something they don't want to walk into. And so, yeah, that was a little bit tough. The high would be finally getting really started on the greenhouse. Now,
Yeah.
I would count like getting the base and all
Yeah,
in as
yeah.
start, but it kind of stalled out over the summertime. And so to get it going again and just seeing it come together is very motivating. Which I'm
Yeah.
sure you're very happy to hear.
Yes. So happy to hear.
So I told her it would get done in time to start seeds next year, and it will.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining along on this fun little project that we're working on.
Yeah.
There will definitely be more videos to come, so keep an eye out for those. Hope you guys have a great week and be blessed.